Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Bitcoin chart planning update video. On this one, I'm going to be specifically talking about the first rate cut in like 4 or 5 years that's going to happen after tomorrow on Wednesday, and then what's going on currently with Bitcoin. And when I speak about Bitcoin, it's mostly Bitcoin, but it also ties into the broader market because my view is somewhat the same when it comes to what price action I was expecting. So I'm going to jump into that and explain what I mean, and then also explain or give you guys a little illustration here from this website up here on what the current, Fed rate looks like. So before we do get started, everything in this video, of course, is just my own personal opinion. It is not financial advice. This is just a way for me to document and share with you guys, what I believe is going on, right? So we all know, rates went up pretty quick in a short period of time. Well, of course, it's not as high as it has been in the past, but this is hurting the U.S. quite a bit. There's a lot of people that are in a bad place because of this rise, and effectively the effects of this is as bad as, like, say it was up here and up here. It's just hitting the economy a lot harder than it would have hit it in the past. Things are a lot different these days around. But here's just a little chart. And I guess I'll give you guys economic calendar. I'll give you guys a little bit of a look here. So for those of you that are not aware what time Wednesday we're going to have that meeting, is 2 p.m. I'm assuming this is Eastern time. I'm not sure. For me, this is probably going to be like around, like 11 in the morning. So just before noon. I know that I will be receiving updates on this meeting. For you guys, it just depends on your time zone, of course, but just a little bit of illustration there. But here's what's going on with Bitcoin, and this also, when I speak about this, I'm kind of speaking about a lot of other things as well. I understand that, for example, if you guys like the S&P, we'll just look at it through Vanguard's ETF. It's actually holding up quite a bit. It dipped recently, just very lightly. We're still holding around all-time highs, so I do believe that, like, for example, the S&P, I wonder if the Nasdaq is going to be the same, or we can just look at that. This one's got some room to go up as well, but it's kind of in a somewhat of a triangle pattern. So maybe it'll dip down a little bit to reach the bottom boundaries of it before breaking up higher. So yeah, the S&P and honestly, the tech sector are looking quite good. And then what's the volatility like? Still pretty high. So yeah, we can definitely see some higher prices soon on those sectors, but I like to focus on Bitcoin, on crypto. So I kept telling everyone on previous videos that I was anticipating some consolidation in the green area leading up to the halving event. But I wasn't expecting us to break below the 0.5 range until, did I say halving event? I meant the interest rate cut event announcement. So I wasn't expecting this to break below the 0.5 until that happens, but we are kind of doing this a little sooner than anticipated. So what that means is, we broke up higher. We broke into this premium half, which is a good resistance area. I kept telling everyone we're looking for potential resistance in consolidation in this green area. We went up to the premium half, which is real good. Somewhat expected, especially after, reaching a very strong support area that we've had here for months, drawn out, and we finally broke up higher. We're seeing some consolidation again, super healthy area to see somewhat of a correction. Although I was expecting 2 days of consolidating in the premium half of this green fib retracement area before seeing prices break below the 0.5 once interest rates are cut. But it's happening a little sooner, which means my expectations of potentially shorting, not just the overall, like, stock market, but shorting Bitcoin specifically, it's kind of fading away or shorting even mining companies like Mara and potentially even MicroStrategy. But the reason I say that is because, again, when you cut rates, it just makes the dollar a little bit more attractive, puts more attention towards it, which may cause other or just growth assets to dip very, very, in a short period of time, dip quite a bit, short-lived, and then recover quickly after. And I was trying to take advantage of that opportunity. But now seeing that, we're starting to see somewhat of a dip happen before the rate cut announcement is making me believe that it's not a good idea to short anything, like shorting Bitcoin or anything, for that little bit of a short, quick short play, because it's already happening. So if we are starting to see the prices dip down before the halving event, maybe it's starting to, I keep saying halving event, before the interest rate cut event, it's making me believe that, instead of shorting it, it's better to just hold on, not do anything, because if the rate cuts get factored in and it's believed that, like, oh, we're starting to move higher regardless of the support area, we're moving higher. So that means if we stay up and interest rates are, and they're announced to be, that there's a cut, 0.25 or 0.5, it doesn't matter, then we can see a dip because it's anticipated, it's factored into the price, and then there's a sell the news event that happens, and then it falls back down, kind of like the halving event, where prices fell because it was already factored in. So in this case, since we are pretty much trading well below the halfway mark of this overall trend right here, we are in discounted levels already. We are not in premium levels, we are in discounted levels, and prices are falling. This happens after tomorrow, right? So prices are falling, and at that point, it would be silly to try to short this thinking that it's already factored into the price as anticipated. It would be silly to do that because at that point, there's too much risk. But if prices go up, like by the time this announcement happens, if it goes up, which I don't believe it will, but by the time this goes up, if it does, and we are back into more like premium levels of this overall trend, then at that point I would again be open to taking somewhat of a short position. But again, if we stay below, if we stay down, if we are not as overly extended into the premium side as we were just a few days ago, then a couple of days ago, then I am not looking to short. I'm actually looking just to hold on to it, just watch the charts, and because then at that point I will be anticipating a rally, and I would just let my current positions do their thing from there, right? That's pretty much what all I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to keep this on the short-term view. But overall, regardless of what happens after tomorrow and until then, and then of course for the rest of the week and the rest of the month, regardless, I am still anticipating, $100,000 by the end of the, so it's right down here, $100,000 by the end of the year, and then even higher prices in 2025, bringing us up much higher. Don't let these numbers right here confuse you. These are just there for now, because we're still trying to break past the current structure once we are finally confirmed to be out of a bearish structure. Because overall, since mid-March, we've been in a corrective move, and this corrective move is more of a consolidation within time more than a price level move. So we are slowly moving downward, but pretty much sideways for quite some time, and that's how I believe Bitcoin is just looking to factor in all these. So ever since late 2022, we aggressively gone up, and we've hit and we've surpassed all-time highs on Bitcoin from the previous cycle a lot sooner than I believe it should have happened. So this consolidation to the sideways is just a way for Bitcoin to waste time. It's a way for it to spend time to factor in the very aggressive moves up that it's had within the last year, basically the last year and a half or so. So as it's factoring that in, finally, once we start breaking higher and we confirm that we are done, completely 100% done with this corrective move, then I'll be able to give you guys a third wave estimate. Until then, I can give you guys just a quick, just a little something to look at, just to give you guys a little bit more context. If we go with the idea that the fourth wave on this overall 5-wave move up to $100,000+, if we say that just below, so 49,500, the fourth wave bottomed, that started in mid-March, and we factor in so far what we have as a overall first wave, or not the overall fourth wave, the first wave of the overall fifth wave, coming back down to the currently what we have as the second wave. As you can see, this is very, very shallow. This isn't something that's worth going with. That's all the information we have so far with the current wave. So if we are completely done with the corrective move and we are finally going to start moving up higher, we do not have enough information, because if I factor in what we have here so far, it doesn't work. It doesn't work too well. We want to see prices do a little something more, give us a little bit more of a structure to look at, because again, as you can see here, this is way too shallow to be a third wave, in my opinion. It does give you a good idea that, we should be breaking up and retesting all-time highs real soon. But see, none of these levels create anything whatsoever noteworthy, in my opinion. So we just need a little bit more information, and by information I mean we need a little bit more of a price trend, a little bit more candles to close, especially on the 4-hour, just to get a better idea on where the third wave can lead us. But as of right now, just looking at, if you guys look at order books, public, just public information out there, there is somewhat of resistance between 85,000 and 95,000. So I have this in this area for now, but I'll be able to be able to give you guys a proper estimate once we have a little bit more of more candles to close. But again, just a recap, because there's really not much to this video. We know Bitcoin not having the interest rate cut happens after tomorrow on Wednesday. Depending where you're at, it's around noon where you should expect it at, right? And then the thing is, again, I was expecting Bitcoin to consolidate in the premium half of this retracement area until Wednesday morning, and then eventually when the interest rate cuts happen, then we see prices fall down a little bit. But it's happening sooner than expected, which means the possibility of trying to take advantage of this announcement as a short position is fading away. And if we continue to, now that we are back in kind of somewhat of a discounted price level, I am not looking to short. If I do, I'll share that with my Discord. I'll share some screenshots there in my Discord server. That's free if you guys to join, in the description. But if we do stay in discounted halves, I'm not looking to short. It just doesn't make sense at that point, because it's telling me that, we're already very much discounted on the bigger picture, and now in the smaller picture we are also going to be discounted. So it doesn't make sense to anticipate that the rate cuts are factored in. I'm just going to hold off on that until unless something changes, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. And I'll make another video soon, most likely tomorrow, to see what's going on with the price action and to see what's really going on. But as of right now, things are happening as expected, but sooner than expected. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I didn't repeat myself too much, because I tend to do that. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and take care.